the whole purpose of learning so that you have something to take with you. One of the philosophies that I have is I'm more concerned with you learning how to learn rather than what you learn. Now that does not mean I don't have a pile of things that you need to learn. That means I want you to learn how to learn, because there's no way I can teach, and there's no way that any other teacher can teach you everything you need to know for the rest of your life. We have to learn how to learn so that we can continue learning. I mean, look in today's society. How many jobs are we losing where people have to go find something else different to do? They need to learn a new trade, or they need to learn how to do something different. What I want to teach the kids is learn how to be flexible and to learn and to adapt to your environment, to what's going on. You're going to be more valuable to your employer that way, which means you will have a better chance of getting that job that you want. A diploma from the charter school is, since we are approved by the Bedford Area School District and we are monitored by the Pennsylvania Department of Education, a graduating diploma from the charter school is the same thing as a diploma from Bedford. It just says charter school on it, because we have to pass all the same standards that everybody else does. So colleges and universities, the military, they all take our diploma. So there's no difference there. One of the things the board had wanted me to point out was that the military is giving people with the cyber schools, you hear about the cyber schools where they all learn at home and they're going to get a cyber school diploma. The military is not real happy about those, and they don't always take those. But brick and mortar charter schools, that's what they call when you come to a building, that's where you have a classroom, they call it a brick and mortar charter school. Those charter school diplomas the military happily accepts. So if you're thinking of going military, you're set, because our diploma is the same. Colleges and universities, the same thing. They look at them just like they would a regular school district. The VOTEC, there's a lot of questions about the VOTEC. We are in Bedford County, therefore we are working out arrangements so that the students who attend the charter school can attend the VOTEC program as well. Same arrangements. You'll get on the bus and take a bus up through Bedford and go to the VOTEC. And there's no tuition charge to the parent for that. It's charged to the school, and we take care of that. So, yes, if you want to go to the VOTEC, that's still an option. College credits, that's a big thing, and that's a big one for me because I still have a daughter who's in high school. Well, she'll be a senior, and she's looking, her schedule, she's already done her schedule for this year, is primarily college credit. So I understand those parents who say, well, I want my child to have some college credits before they leave, and actually I think it's a great idea. I love being able to give the opportunity to students to step out without falling and give them a nice transition. So we will be working with the area colleges, Allegheny College we've already talked to, maybe even some of the other colleges to maybe expand some of the opportunities that we have for earning college credit. So we will have that as well. I will point out that there is, with this latest state budget that went through, I don't know if you keep track of that or not, but that's really, it's wiping out education funding. It's getting harder and harder for educators to get any funding. And the dual enrollment program is one that they cut. Now, some colleges and universities are keeping their own programs, and that's the schools that we want to try and target so that we can bring low-cost college credits to you. I think I already talked about the children with special needs, kind of. They'll get all the same services that they need. We are obligated to fulfill the IEP goals and objectives just like everybody else. Not that, I mean, we say it's an obligation. It's not an obligation to us. It's something that we do. All students should receive the best education. And I did talk about the freedom of the teachers to be able to do what they need to do. And so I'll skip over that one. One of the questions is, we aren't going to get any good teachers here. How do we know we're going to get any good teachers? Well, first of all, let me tell you that, even staffing, any of the staffing, I can tell you that we probably I think we're up to 20 at least, and we haven't even advertised. Okay? And I've looked at the teacher applications that are in there, and they're good. All right, I would let them teach my daughter. So, we'll let that be the acid test, right? If I'm going to let them teach my daughter, then would you let them teach your child? Because I'm going to put them through the test. If they don't pass, well, we'll go on. And one sad thing that's happening all over in Bedford County, Blair County, everywhere in Pennsylvania because of the budget cuts is you see it in the paper almost every day. Another school district is cutting teachers. They're furloughing teachers left and right, which means we've got a lot of good teachers out there with no jobs.
Are they the ones applying, or are you having a majority of graduated seniors from area colleges applying?
We have a mixture of all kinds. And like I said, we haven't even advertised yet, so we haven't even hit that area yet. I just know, they're from young to experienced.
How many teachers do you plan on having?
That depends on the number of students that we have enrolled.
So minimum,
The minimum to run, that depends if we're having, it depends if we go K through, if we have enough to enroll K through 12. We will have, here's the thing, we will have math, science, English, social studies, and electives. So we will have teachers to teach those classes. However many that takes, that depends on the number enrolled. We were not kidding when we said this is run, the community has to step up. When you enroll your child, there's money that comes with your child, and that's how we pay the teachers. We have, there are grants that we can get, and we will be getting those. There's federal monies that we'll be getting, and we'll be getting those. That helps to run the overall program. But it's the number of students that drives how many teachers we can hire. So we'll have, your basics. And I just told this group that at our June 2nd meeting, when we do our founders planning meeting, whatever, I have a rough schedule for the high school worked up. And at this point, provided they like what I did, a senior could be taking all college credit by that time. They could have everything finished, and they could be rolling right into college as a senior. And that's my goal. That's what I want to see happen. Now, again, that's up to, the student. Is the student going to put the time and effort in to run through this program so that they can get to that? That's up to them. I think I can probably convince these guys that, we should do that too. So, I don't know. I know that doesn't really answer your question, but it's hard to say without enrollments. That's the plan, and we will. And when I say college credits, that I'm a math person, so I go by the math. That has them finishing out in calculus or either taking college calculus, which is I would rather see them take college calc than a high school calc. So that's pretty good when your kid can go to a university with calculus already under the belt. Yes.